playoff basketball just about to start, meaning time to make picks. Here are my picks for this year's round 1. First up, the Miami Heat and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Easy choice to make here, give me Cleveland to sweep. Miami may be the first number 10 team to make it out of the play-in, but against the top-seeded 64-win Cavaliers team, that's where reality hits like a truck. Cavaliers in 4. Next, the Orlando Magic and the Boston Celtics. My Magic make it back to the playoffs as the 7 seed, but I will be 100% honest. I do not see any way, shape, or form that we get the upset. Boston is a top dog in the East for a reason. This Magic team may be young and upcoming, and I do see us stealing one game. But that's it. Boston in 5. Next, the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. Well, oh my. Who saw this Pistons team making it? From 17 wins one year, to 14 wins the next, including a 27-game losing streak, to making the playoffs as the number 6 seed. And the Knicks, with the addition of Karl Anthony Towns this past off-season, get the 3 seed. I am actually going with Detroit to get the upset. New York has been very hit and miss all season against solid teams, and the Pistons look like a trap. I say they spring the trap and take the series in 6. Next, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. A rematch of last year's first round, and just like last year, Indiana wins. The Bucks have just not met expectations all season, and now Damian Lillard is out. We've seen what an injured Bucks team is in the playoffs without guys like Dame. Yeah, Indiana also looks primed to take the next step. Give me Pacers in 6. Now into the Western Conference, we start with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Memphis takes the 8 seed in the play-in, and the Thunder run away with the 1 seed. Even with a healthy Ja Morant, I still think Thunder win. SGA looks like a future superstar and face of the NBA for years to come, and this Thunder team looks poised to make some noise now and in the future. Oklahoma City in 5. And now, the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. Their Warriors sneak back into the playoffs as the 7 seed, and the Rockets exceed all expectations and not only make the playoffs but nab the number 2 seed. Rising power versus fading power. When you put it like that, Houston wins. That shooting attack with Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet leading the charge puts Golden State away in 6. Next we get the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Los Angeles Lakers. Trickier series to pick than most people think. These Timberwolves never make anything easy. But now with Luka Doncic, these Lakers will make defending their shooting even more of a challenge. Overall I say Lakers win. Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle will steal a couple games, but that will be all. Lakers in 6. And lastly, the Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. This was by far the hardest series of this first round to pick. I went back and forth about it for a while, and now have made a pick. Denver has not looked like the championship team we all expected them to be, and the Clippers with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard looked poised to steal a series or 2. When you put it like that, Clippers win. Now don't get me wrong, if Denver actually shows up and plays like we all know a Nikola Jokic-led team can be, Denver is capable of taking the series. But for me, I'll say Clippers in a hard-fought 7 games. Well, there is my first round picks. You think I'm crazy? Let me know your predictions down below. Once round 1 is over, we will be back here to predict round 2. Well, wasn't that a crazy round 1? On to round number 2. Time to make some predictions, shall we? First up, the Indiana Pacers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Pacers make short work of the Bucks, and the Cavaliers make short work of the Heat. So basically both teams got through the first round relatively quickly. I am actually going with Indiana to get the upset. These Pacers look prime and ready to take the next step, and continue the playoff success they had last year. Pacers in 6. And now, the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics. The Knicks avoid a collapse in Game 6 over the Pistons. And the Celtics make short work of my magic. Overall, Boston wins. These Knicks can't expect close down to the wire games to go their way against top-tier teams like Boston every time. Give me Boston in 5. Next, the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Nuggets dismantle the Clippers in Game 7. And the Thunder demolish the Grizzlies. Overall, Thunder win. The Nuggets may have more experience for sure, but in the end, it's a young man's game. And these Thunder led by SGA, Jalen Williams, and Shai Holmgren are proof of it. Hard to count out Nikola Jokic in the playoffs, yes. But I do think Denver is a fading power. Give me Thunder in 5, and our last series for this round. The Golden State Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their Warriors upset the Rockets. And the Timberwolves upset the Lakers. Overall I say Timberwolves win. This Minnesota team has a huge chip on their shoulder to make it back to the conference final after last year's disappointing defeat. Now these Warriors are never an easy out. But, this Timberwolves shooting attack can hold their own with the Warriors' splash three-point attack. Minnesota in a Game 7 at home. There are just 2 rounds to go in crowning a champion this basketball season. Let's predict this round number 3. The conference final. In the Eastern Conference, the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. The Pacers upset the Cavaliers. And the Knicks avoid a collapse and beat the Celtics. I am actually going with Indiana to get another upset and keep their Cinderella going. Simply put, Indiana is notorious to shoot down an opponent to death. I mean, look what happened to Cleveland. Knicks can't expect to be so lucky if down big to a red-hot team like Indiana. The Indiana Pacers make it to the NBA Finals, for the first time since 2000. And in the Western Conference, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Timberwolves take down the Warriors without Steph Curry, and the Thunder survive a tough series and get past the Nuggets. Overall, Thunder win. When this Oklahoma City team is hot, it is undeniably the best shooting in basketball. If Minnesota struggles to keep up early, series will be over and quick. The Oklahoma City Thunder make the NBA Finals, for the first time since 2012. And there you have it, my 2025 NBA Finals prediction. The Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Will it happen? Only time will tell. We will be back here to predict the finals regardless of matchup. 2 teams remain, 1 series of basketball left to be played. Which can only mean one thing. It is time for the NBA Finals. Welcome to the official prediction video. As always, let's first take a look at this season's 2 finalists. A finished rebuild that has turned into possibly the biggest juggernaut the NBA has seen a long time. With a massive record of 68-14, the Oklahoma City Thunder have gone on an absolute monstrous run. Sweeping out the Grizzlies, surviving the Nuggets in a home Game 7, and overpowering the Timberwolves to make it back to the NBA Finals for the first time in 13 years. This historic team is all thanks to the likes of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Shai Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Alex Caruso. They do face one final test to try and complete this record-setting season. Let's take a look at said final opponent. A true example of anything can happen when it is playoff time. The Indiana Pacers make their first NBA Finals in 25 years. With a record of 50-32, clinching the number 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. After overpowering the Bucks a second year in a row. Upsetting the Cavaliers, and upsetting the Knicks a second straight season. These Pacers will be playing for their first NBA championship in franchise history. This opportunity is the cause and effect of Tyrese Haliburton, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, and Aaron Nesmith. With all of that said, it is time to make a prediction. What a lot of people say will be a one-sided affair, I think will be the exact opposite. This series should go at least 6 games. And in Game 6, at home, the Indiana Pacers finish their Cinderella run with their first ever NBA championship. I know, it is almost impossible to pick against this Thunder shooting, but to be honest, it seriously feels like Indiana's time. This Pacers team has hung with some of the heaviest hitters the NBA has to offer and have prevailed every time. So, my honest gut feeling is saying Indiana wins in 6 games. My 2025 NBA Finals MVP, Tyrese Halliburton. Think I'm crazy? Let me know your predictions for this finals down below. Congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder and their fans on winning the 2025 NBA championship. You got the clock to strike midnight on the Pacers' Cinderella. It will only be a short 4 months before we do another basketball season.